What's up, guys? Today I've got a 2012 Toyota Highlander. I believe it's a sport. And what we're going to be looking at is the door checker on this Toyota is making some noise. Let's see if I can replicate what I'm hearing. That popping noise, I believe, is from this worn out checker, door check. So what I'm going to be doing is seeing if we can replace this unit. Now this is on my personal vehicle, so if I'm not using proper tools, bear with me. I would never do this on somebody else's vehicle, but I don't have my plastic pry bars today, so I'm going to be using just screwdrivers or anything else very, very gently to remove some of this plastic. And we'll go from there. So here we go. Let me go get a couple tools. All right, I know for a fact, let's make sure the camera is facing. Okay, so this guy right here, it's a little cover. Pops right off. It's got a clip on there. Easy peasy. Throw that on the seat. Let's go after the next thing. So I know for a fact that this right here, this armrest has got to get removed. It looks like somebody already had access here. There you go. Just kind of take your time removing some of this. There we go. It looks like it's got a front facing clip. So in first and then push down on the back. So now we got that. Try to get the electronics removed. Looks like we got a little side tab here. Push in. It only seems to be on this side right here. I pushed that in already, so it should slide out. Take your time. Don't want to rip anything, break anything. Being stubborn today. There you go. So yeah, the one little tab right there, just push that in and it clicks right in. All right, that's the switch. And I'm looking at this. I'm going to assume there are more screws in this. I've not seen too many videos online about this, so I'm just kind of winging it. Usually there's a cover here. That has to get, and it might be. Let me try to pop that cover out. Sometimes there's a. Yep. All right. So this little cover, it's plastic. Sits right in there, and behind there, I don't know if you can see that, there is one more nut in there, right there, or nut and bolt. So we'll have to remove that. I don't think this armrest comes up. It's hard to believe that it would. All right, so let's start with that. Let me go get my tool real quick. Now this being foreign vehicle, import vehicle, it's usually millimeters that we're dealing with. It's not a 10. It's more like an 8. It is an 8 millimeter. And let me get my extension. Get that out. Alright, so just a 8 millimeter screw. Throw that down here, keep track of that. Good there, good there. Most of these panels on the vehicles that I've worked on usually just pop right on. So what I'm gonna do is right here, I'm gonna start just kind of prying away all the way around the door. Hope I'm not missing any more. Okay, I think we've got a couple more. Yes, we do. All right, like I said, haven't done this yet, but it looks like we got 1 and 2 more screws. So good thing I didn't keep prying on that. Let me get those out. Some of you that have seen or done this before, you're probably cringing at the thought of me breaking that. So we get this guy right here. This one's fairly short, easy access, silver, and it's just a Phillips head. Throw that on there, and we got one deep one down here, way down in there. See if we can get that puppy out of there. Another silver Phillips. Throw that in there. That looks better. These are just rivets. Or no, they're not. They're Phillips as well, but that's not part of the door itself. That's just for the handle. So I'm not worried about that. So we got 1 in there, 2 here. I'm hoping. There we go. The rest are all clips. Now that I got this junk out of here. Alright, now I get everything unscrewed. Most doors pop straight up. Just like so. Got a bit of glue, plastic, and then we've got the back of the panel. I don't know if y'all need to. Let me see if I can get away with just I got an entry light down there at the bottom. I might be able to just get away with letting that hang, because we're not going to need to really plastics. So the bottom one is a green. Snap right in. Okay. So let that hang. And the top one is white. A white clip or white cable. Pop that out of the rivet. Easy peasy. They got little balls on them. When you get to that point, you'll see what I'm talking about. They're really easy just to clip right in. They sit inside a little valley where those balls sit. All right, so we got the 2 cables. Looks like everything else. Look at that, fancy speakers. 6x9s, cardboard, nice. All right, our access point is going to be right through this plastic, and then we're going to head this way towards the door check. So I'm gonna pull back on this plastic. It's got some glue for seal. Okay. Shouldn't need too much access. See how much, try a little more. Just enough to go in there, figure out where that part is, and I feel the part. It's gonna get a little dirty up in here. So at this point, I'm gonna undo these two nuts from the device, and then I'll try to pull it out. All right, it's gonna get a little greasy in there, so prepare yourselves for that. All right, now I'm gonna get a wrench. All right, see if this is a 10. Most common size on vehicles, foreign vehicles, is 10. That's why they always go missing. Okay, that's a 10. Now we're gonna go down, push down on these. That was not very tight. That's good. Again, not very tight. And then, what else am I missing? And then, all right, and then I've got one. Looks like a, I don't think it's a 10. Looks like a 12. Let me try a 10. On the actual door itself, it's a 10. All right, looked a little bit bigger from here. I'm gonna remove that from the door. There you go. Like I said, a bolt, 10mm bolt. That's from the door side. And then we've got these two nuts, 10mm nuts. You notice that the whole hinge is loose now. Just try not to drop it down into the door. I'm gonna put my hand on it, on the back side of it, on the inside of it. All right, and it's gonna be a little greasy, but I'm gonna feed it back into the door jamb. There you go, just like so. Get a good hold of it. Ah, look at that. So here's the old one. What was that? Not even 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and we're already halfway done. All right. Ugh. Car is greasy for sure. All right, so it's got a plastic cover. I don't know if that's for moisture or water or what, because I know that on the new one I was able to pop the plastic off and it comes off pretty easily. You know, I thought it was supposed to be like that, but you see some corrosion. Got corrosion going on there. So if the plastic is on there and there's no problems, the new one does come with the plastic on it. All right, there's the new one. I took the plastic off. I thought maybe it was just a protector during shipping. This way. Took it off. So the hinge bolt is going to go this way, right into the door frame, and then it's going to go right back through. So there's the cover this way up. All right, let's go ahead and put this puppy back in. The fun part is going to be finding the hole. There he goes. There's the 1 and 2. Hold that with my finger. Put the nuts back on. the second nut back on. Okay, so far so good. Exact fit. Everything's working like it should. And then I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit. Some grease on it from making noise. Okay, throw that on there. Through that. Going real slow, make sure my threads line up. There you go. Very good. No noise. Not clicking. So I'm gonna tighten up my 10s. My 10mm nuts now. Like I said, these weren't very tight on there, so don't over torque them. You'll be sorry. Just make it snug. That's good. The other one's torqued down. I think that's it right there. And then just in reverse order, everything went on. You can use this glue, place that plastic back where it needs to be. Kind of seal that plastic back up. Alright. Put the cover, let me wipe my hands. Alright, so don't forget this connector for the little tiny entrance light, courtesy light that's on the bottom of the door. Don't forget to connect that. And then we got these two door hinge cables. Got the connector still. So, all right, reverse order. Let me put my hands up a little more. And grease. It's like grease just getting everywhere. All right, there we go. Click, as Rain Man would say. I do watch that guy. He's got a great YouTube channel. He's a mechanic down in Florida. Alright, and then that one's in. Cool. So far so good. Get that cable routed back through. Then the fun part is going to be back over the window first, the way it came out. We'll start pushing in our clips. Yep, lots of clips. So make sure I didn't forget anything. All right. There's that. 2, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 7 right there. Soft flop. There's another one. just kind of push around, make sure you got them all clicked in. You're really not gonna know, but as long as the majority of them with the screws holding the rest of the panel in, you should be good. So far so good. All right, let's get these screws back in. That was the next thing that came out. Swap this 10mm back to the Phillips. All right, 2 silver. Oh, yeah. That one. Like I said, no over torque, it's just plastic. And now we've got the 8mm. Yes, 8mm. We'll hand start this one. Just like so. And we'll come in. Ooh, get off there. There you go. That's good. Let's get that plastic cover back in there. Click. Alright. And then it can only go one way, right? Yes. Cool. We'll be cleaning this vehicle. It's the wife's. She will be angry if she finds grease anywhere. Like I said, if this was a customer vehicle, I'd be wearing gloves, which I ran out of. And I'd be taking care of a little bit with plastic tools. If you have those, they come in handy. They don't mar up your plastic. All right, so then that just leaves the connector at this point. Woo, it's right there. Some insulation dropped. So back up. Oh, damn it. I'm just supposed to be up against the door. Okay. Anyways. Alright. Now, the connector itself. Find your tab. And find the angle. Should click in. Make sure it clicks in. I'll force it in. What's going on here? Oh, gotta press it in to push it in too. Like so. Nice solid click, not coming out. Like I said, the front goes in first. Make sure all these cables clear. Front goes in first, and the back is what locks it in, like so. There you go. Now let's listen to that door. Let's listen to that door and see if it. That's beautiful. My wife never paid attention to that noise. I heard it about the second week we bought it. I've been hesitating to replace it. Finally got around to getting some time to do it. There we go. Don't forget that little plastic. That doesn't feel right. What's going on here? That's it. feel like it was clicking, but I guess it is. It's on there. Okay, hope that helped, guys. Like I said, not too bad of a job. Just gotta get your hand a little dirty reaching through that door. But back to, there's that 10 millimeter, the one that's on the actual frame side, and there's your 2 10 millimeter nuts. Pretty simple. Hope that helps. Like I said, take your time, don't break it. And remember, get all your nuts out and your screws and your bolts. So the one on the door, right behind that little plate, 2 behind this handle cover. And don't forget to unplug your courtesy light when you're pulling the panel off. The panel does lift up, kind of after you pull it away from the door itself. Just kind of lift it up, and it should kind of undo itself from that channel up top. Other than that, I hope that helps, guys. Until next time.